Hello everyone, Final Fantasy Exvius Tactics channel here. Finally, after months and months of wait, I can finally do a review of the 6-star version of Warrior Love. Wait, what? Hello everyone, Final Fantasy Exvius Tactics channel here. Well, since Gumi for some reason hates Warrior of Light so hard, this week we have a tank, but it's not Warrior of Light. Instead is Wilhelm. Wilhelm is a good tank, but we have all the hype about Warrior of Light and all those effects and his unique effect of Warrior of Light that is called The Light is With Us, that is a AoE cover of magic and physical damage. But what Wilhelm have and why is he so good? Because it's a good tank, but it's not Warrior of Light. So what have Wilhelm to offer? Let's see it right now. Okay, this is Wilhelm. His base stats are Wilhelm is a knight, and for that he can equip all the armors of a knight: helm, heavy armor, and heavy shield. Also, he can equip knights, swords, and spears. He doesn't have any magic. And in his effects, in the passives, he has HP and SPR 20%, defense 30%, counter, and eye for an eye that increase the counter chance to 60%, draw attacks that increase the chance of being targeted by 50%, invincible heart, it's a skill that boosts defense and spirit in 75% when HP drops to 30%. That skill is very good because this effect of Invincible Heart is infinite until the end of the battle, just like Warrior of Light effect. So once you trigger it, it won't go away unless the enemy dispels Wilhelm. Also, he has Impregnable, that is a skill that once activated you have 3 turns 100% chance of targeting Wilhelm. That is a provoke but with 100% chance. And also for those 3 turns, Wilhelm has 30% damage mitigation. That means all the damage, physical and magical, that Wilhelm received in those 3 turns will be 30% less. That is very good because Wilhelm needs to be a heavy tank. He is a draw attacks tank and needs to resist all those attacks the best way he could. And with 30% damage mitigation, he for sure can resist most of the attacks. Also has some physical damage skills like Imperial Lance that does 100% damage, Shield Bash that does 120% damage to the enemy and 30% chance to confuse, and Ward Smite that does 140% damage to the enemy and reduce the damage taken in 50%. That skill is somewhat good once you activate Impregnable because you can increase the damage mitigation in 50%. Also, he has General Commands, that is a skill that increases the defense and spirit of all the allies in 45%. That is a really nice defense buff to all the allies. Also is for 5 turns, so it's in the level of Deep Blue. Also, he has Protector, that is another passive that boosts the defense of 25% when he has a heavy shield equipped, and another 25% when he has a heavy armor equipped. So in total, Wilhelm will increase his defense in 50% with that skill. He has also Over Caution, that is another passive skill that activates when Wilhelm defends, that regenerates the MP of Wilhelm. And finally, in the global version of Wilhelm, we got 2 exclusive skills. The first one is Loyal Guardian, that increases all status resistance in 50%, that is good. And finally we had General Battlecry, that increased the attack and magic of all the allies in 50% for 3 turns, and also for those 3 turns increase the LB Gauss field rate of all the party for 50% too. That is also a great skill. With that and general command with Wilhelm you can cover all the aspect of buffing, attack, defense, magic and spirit. So Wilhelm also with 100% provoke, he can be a very good buffer. Those two skills are a very good addition to Wilhelm because probably Gomi knows that everybody's waiting for Warrior of Light, so they need to upper the hand with Wilhelm because he is a very good tank, but he doesn't have all the hype of Warrior of Light. Also, Wilhelm in Japan comes in the same banner with Tidus, so most people wanted Tidus instead of Wilhelm, and probably the reason that Gumi didn't put Tidus in this banner is waiting a little more for the Final Fantasy X banner. So to make this banner attractive, they add 2 more skills on Wilhelm's skill set. There's 2 kinds of tanks in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. The first one are the draw attack tanks that uses the draw attack skill to increase the chance of being target. You can catalog Wilhelm, Snow in that category. And there's also the protect cover tanks that use the skill Sentry Wall or cover to protect your allies and having damage mitigation when cover is activated. The more known cases of those kind of tank are Warrior of Light and Cecil. Wilhelm is a draw attack tank. He has 100% chance of draw rate, so you can be sure using him that all your single target attacks of your enemies will target Wilhelm. Also, he has damage mitigation and a high defense, so the damage he will receive, unless it's unmitigated damage or HP damage, will be very low. So Wilhelm is very good for tanking. Also, with his 60% chance of counter, all those attacks will probably be a counter, and you can generate LB crystals very fast to activate the other limit breaks with your unit. Wilhelm with Y'shtola's LB activated could reduce a absurd amount of damage, so that's also very good. Wilhelm have very good synergy with defending, provoking, countering, and also with global exclusive skill General Battle Cry. The LB gauge field rate with those crystals you will generate with countering will also fill your unit's LB bar more faster. So the synergy of Wilhelm is very good. But how does this work in the actual battle? Well, in the test I do with the new units, I usually do attack test because I usually test attack units. But in the case of Wilhelm, he is a tank. So let's try Wilhelm how he works in tanking versus various enemies. Okay, first of all I'm going to use normal equip. I chose this equip for Wilhelm. With that you can get 7000 HP and 540 defense. That is incredible for a unit like Wilhelm with normal equip. Truly a tank for physical attacks. If we compare Cecil with Wilhelm with the exact same equipment, you can see that Cecil has 6900 HP, almost the same as Wilhelm, and 529 defense. Now, sadly, I don't have all the pots on Wilhelm. With Cecil, I have all the pots: HP, defense, and spirit. But with Wilhelm, I don't have all the HP pots on him. I don't have all the defense pot and all the spirit. So the spectrum of growth that has Wilhelm is bigger. Another flaw that has Wilhelm is that he can equip axe or hammers like other tanks like Cecil or Warrior of Light, because with Cecil I can equip the Gigant Axe that gives him 50% more HP, and with Warrior of Light I can also equip the Mighty Hammer that also gives 50% more HP. So Wilhelm, the only HP equipment that has in weapon are the the knife that gives 10% more HP. So with that equipped, let's try first the counter raid chance of Wilhelm with the White Dragon, a usual enemy for my test. Well, let's try first with the Impregnable skill. Let's defense to see how much HP Wilhelm heals. Now let's try... Well, let's try again Impregnable. As you can see, the HP attacks still can kill Wilhelm, so you need to defend because the HP damage will still kill you, even if you have high defense and damage mitigation like Wilhelm. Okay, let's try again. Let's guard. Okay, let's defend. Let's defense again to recover HP. Let's defense again. Well, as you can see, only with counters and defending for regeneration I killed the White Dragon. Okay, now I'm going to test the resistance of Wilhelm against a strong boss. I chose Antonella for this, so what I'm going to do is tank Antonella with Wilhelm, and with Refi and Jastola defend the HP of Wilhelm and status ailments the best I could. And with the Rem I have here, I'm going to try to kill slowly the Antonella with Dagger Boomerang. The difference I made here is that I equipped Wilhelm with Survival Edge and a Ribbon for the HP loss, because I take away a Domination Ring for the Ribbon. With Wilhelm healing all the casting Courageous, I still can manage to heal Wilhelm all HP. So Wilhelm's self-healing is a little better than I expected to be. So now that only two parts are left, it's even more easy. Let's go to the end. Well, Wilhelm has fallen, but just in the end of the fight, and because I didn't buff him anymore. So, Wilhelm can endure Antonella with a little help of your healers, but he can endure it without trouble. 100% draw attacks is always a good thing, because you can put Wilhelm and another cover tank like Warrior of Light and Cecil to work together. You activate Impregnable with Wilhelm, and Cecil, when a attack targets Wilhelm that has 100% draw attacks, will activate his skill Saintly Wall or cover that protects Wilhelm and activates 50% damage mitigation to Cecil. So that is a very synergy combo between the two tanks. That shows that one tank doesn't overshadow the other. They can work together and they are meant for different purpose. Wilhelm is more focused to attract all the attacks of the enemy, and Cecil and Warrior of Light are meant to protect your allies, especially Warrior of Light with the light which is with us that has 50% chance of AoE cover magical and physical attacks. So finally, to show you how much stats can Wilhelm get, I chose this equipment, and you can see that I can reach the 10,000 HP threshold, and also Wilhelm can reach 630 defense. That's amazing, but his SPR is still kinda low, so he will be vulnerable to magic attacks. Okay, in the pros and cons of Wilhelm we have, in the pros, 100% draw attacks. Always is a good thing to have 100% attract single target damage to the enemy. That puts you in a position that you can have weaker allies in HP department, but with high attack and magic, and you will be sure that your attacks, the enemy's attacks, will target Wilhelm instead of your allies. Great buff. Wilhelm can buff defense and spirit of your allies, but in the global version you can also buff the attack and magic of your allies. That has all the stats covered by Wilhelm, and that's good because the modifiers of those buffs are good. 45% for defense and spirit and 50% of attack and magic. Great stats. Wilhelm with normal equip or with TM equip can reach abysmal modifiers of HP and defense. So he really is a tank in all the mean of the war. He can really tank all the enemies if you equip him with the right setup. Resistance to all stats. Wilhelm also has another global exclusive ability that gives him 50% resistance to all stats. That's very good, because with that you have less chance that Wilhelm, with tanking the attacks of the enemy, can get a nasty status ailment like stone or paralysis. In the cons we have low MP. Wilhelm's skills are amazing, but also they are very high in MP cost. So Wilhelm, without any MP pots, can suffer from MP lacking very soon in the battle. So he needs some skill like Bard Sacrifice or throwing MP items to him very often. Can't equip axe or hammers. Right now Wilhelm can equip axe or hammers, and that's a shame because the two weapons in global right now that gives 50% more HP are a hammer and an axe. So Wilhelm can get the benefits of all the equipment because of this. Well, the big question here is, Is Wilhelm better than Warrior of Light? Well, when Warrior of Light, we hope soon, probably October, November, December, because Gumi says us, fuck you, we're Gumi, that's why. Probably Warrior of Light will come soon. And when that happens, I will make a video comparing the three big tanks of the game, Warrior of Light, Cecil and Wilhelm. No, you're not, man, sorry. You too, sorry. But after that, I can tell you that Wilhelm is a very good base 5-star unit. It's not worth pulling because Warrior of Light is coming and he is huge too. So unless you want the Bowie knife or the other units of the banner, you should pull. If you don't want any of those units, don't bother pull for Wilhelm. Well, that's all for today. Thanks for watching, please subscribe, goodbye.